Good evening to you. I'm Greg Kerr. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. Our top story. Many families in southeast Texas are seeking refuge from flooding that has plagued the state of Texas for days now. Tyler County has opened a shelter, and today the county judge issued a disaster declaration. Fox 4's Kara Dixon is in the studio tonight. Kara, the Red Cross has stepped in, and how are volunteers faring now?
Greg, the Red Cross began preparing early this morning once it found out about flooding in the area. Volunteers say it's hard work setting up emergency shelters like the one in Woodville, especially with limited resources. When disaster strikes in southeast Texas, these people answered the call.
Does that look like it'd be readable? It's a lot of work to set up shelters, it's a lot to take it down, and it's a lot to man it during the time that we are assisting families in need.
Natalie Prosperie is the disaster program manager for the American Red Cross. She knows the ins and outs of emergency shelters. The next mission for Prosperie and volunteers: preparing for families affected by flooding in Tyler County.
We really don't know what to expect at this point. If there's 100 to 150 families displaced, we might see 50, we might see 100. We never know when we open a shelter how many families are going to come.
The Tyler County judge issued a disaster declaration because of the flood threat. There's a voluntary evacuation underway near the Neches River as well as near Lake Sam Rayburn and Dam B. Prosperie says flooding across the state and region is drawing attention to another issue.
We desperately need more volunteers. We do not have enough volunteers throughout the counties to cover all of the different things that we take care of: flooding, tornadoes, hurricane, anything with disaster relief. The more volunteers and the bigger your team is, the better you have.
The team in Tyler County is expanding thanks to community members.
This will be the first time we've used it as a shelter.
Tony Castillo attends Woodville United Methodist Church. The church opened its doors to help flood victims.
It's not really about whether they come to church with us or not. They're our neighbors, and if we were in a position like that, we would certainly welcome somebody helping us out.
While the Red Cross volunteers and others from the community wait for families to arrive, they plan to stay until everything returns to normal.
We don't know if it's going to be a one-day thing or a two-day thing or a three-day thing, but we're here to help out our fellow community people.
The shelter is at the Woodville United Methodist Church on West Bluff Street. For more information, visit fox4beaumont.com. Reporting live in the studio, Kara Dixon, Fox 4 News.
Thank you, Kara.